Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Broadway Jets YouTube channel. You'll know me from Twitter as NYJ Mike. I'm joined as always by the master of receipts, NYJ Matt. And Matt, today is a very special day. It's really not. The Jets are 3-9. They play the Dolphins on Sunday. We're going to break down the Dolphins game. We also did a giveaway. We put out a tweet and we said if you show us a picture of you subscribing to our YouTube channel, you will be entered into a giveaway sweepstakes for a brand new Garrett Wilson jersey. I hung up my own Garrett Wilson jersey in the forefront. I don't know if that forefront is the right word.
Yeah.
In the background of my camera to just get the people excited. So we're going to pull the raffle sweepstakes from that today. Matt did a great job. He put like 200 names into a randomizer. He just put up our subscriber count, which is at 2,299, which is really cool. So hold on,
And
there
if
you go.
you missed the giveaway, you haven't subbed yet, go subscribe below. We do
Yeah.
giveaways all the time. And I love doing
I
it
think we've
because
done 2 giveaways.
we've done like 3. I do love though, Mike, that a lot of people do giveaways. They're like, you have to retweet, like, tag 3 friends. Me and you are like, you don't have to fucking follow us. You don't have to repost it. Show a picture that you're subscribed and you're in it.
Right.
There was like 215 replies. There's a few replies
good.
in there that were like, I don't want a Garrett Wilson jersey, but I like the show. Perfect. Another guy was afraid that he would add Garrett Wilson to his graveyard of jerseys that he doesn't like. All good. So I think there ended up being like 195 entries. And then there's a few names in there. I was trying to type out their name and their ad as well. But the problem is sometimes their name is like, I killed, and then insert a Beatles member. And I'm like, maybe I don't write that in my computer. And I literally put his name as I killed and the Beatles member in quotations. But yeah, we're going to do a randomizer, and then we'll get into
Which
a little bit
Beatle
of draft talk. What?
Was it John Lennon?
Yeah.
Do you think that guy actually killed John Lennon? No,
I think non-zero chance.
I think that case is solved. But alas.
I think, yeah, we'll do the raffle, a little bit of draft talk, a little bit of Miami talk. If you are new here, Mike and I are on Twitter. We're not great at YouTube. We do it 1 video a week, maybe 2.
This
but
is our
what
second video of the week.
You'll get from us normal level-headed takes, 2 friends talking over FaceTime, and not this overreaction. Everything's a rant. Fire everybody. Every player is the greatest player ever. Not what you're going to get here. 2 dudes talking, and if you want to be a part of it, we always follow back anybody who DMs us to, they're subscribed. We'll follow you back. But Mike, I think we can get into the raffle. I don't know. I've never done this before. I don't think live. So here we go.
I'm excited, dude. My room, by the way, is freezing in here. My nipples could cut glass right now. That's why I'm zoomed in so much.
Let me find how to do this. I'm gonna share.
Can you see my breath?
Share.
No.
Can you see the wheel?
Oh, very nice. Wow,
you have it?
Are we live? Extensive wheel. I see the wheel.
There's 196 names. We're gonna do 1 spin. Have not done it before. I think we're live. Our names are not in it. So Mike, here we go.
We should have entered. What a mistake. Wow. Who's it gonna be? I can't see. Who is that?
Purple belt. Mike, secretly Batman.
Come on.
Congrats. We will DM you.
Great job.
You got a Garrett Wilson jersey. If we already have a Garrett Wilson jersey too, we'll give him a new jersey.
Yeah, did we see what color? Did we specify? It doesn't matter. We could ask him what he wants.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Wow. Secretly Batman.
All right. Let me get us back.
Man. Oh.
You like that?
We're really zoomed in. It's all right. I got a haircut. I feel good.
I don't know what.
Oh.
This is what you get at Broadway Jets here.
There you go.
I can't get back to where we were.
I was going on a date yesterday.
Talk to me.
And I was trimming my beard, and I was kind of in a rush, and I have a buzzer, and it died halfway through. And I don't know if you could tell on this side of my face is a little bit longer. I haven't fixed it still.
Yeah, this side. You can definitely tell.
You could tell?
Yeah, definitely. How did the date go?
It was fine. It was a good time.
Good. And talk about any Jets with her? Maybe?
Nah, I don't think she knows what the Jets are.
That's fair.
It's kind of a deal breaker.
20-25. The Jets are 3-9. Miami is coming to MetLife. Mike, are you going to the game?
No, I'm not going to go this week.
our tickets didn't even sell last week. We got to get rid of them.
Yeah.
We will not be there. But Mike, you won 3 out of 5 games. Ever since Julian Galantre left and became a Lions fan on Twitter, the Jets have a better record than the Lions, better win percentage, I'll call it. So, Mike, what are your thoughts with Miami coming to town? Immediate reaction. I don't know what the line is. Maybe we can predict the line, but I feel like pretty close to a pick 'em.
The Jets and Dolphins are two of the hottest teams in the AFC right now, Matt. So should be interesting. The Dolphins had a weird game last week where they kind of blew a lead against the Saints. The Saints went for 2 to tie the game, and the Dolphins picked it off and returned it for a pick 2. So they won by 4, but it really was a pretty much disastrous game for Miami that would have ended their bleak, slim playoff hopes. I don't know. The Jets kind of manhandled the Dolphins the last time they played them at the line of scrimmage. The first drive of the game, Matt, if anyone forgot, was the Braylon Allen fumble into the end zone, but the Jets ran the ball like 12 times on the drive right down their throats. And then Braylon Allen fumbled as it looked like he was going to score. And the Jets offensive line, I can't stop talking about him, Matt. It's just...
Did you see the Tippmann picture?
With his cornrows?
Unbelievable.
Awesome.
I can't stop looking at it. I thought it was AI.
Is it? Is it real? Who knows?
It's real. Very real. Like, he posted the video of the barber doing it to him.
Dude, Matt, we have a sick offensive line. The Dolphins are a soft kind of team. The Jets have never beaten Tua, which is interesting. But, you got to feel like this is a winnable game. Dolphins, I think, are -2.5 in New York. But play some good football. It feels like we can play normal football now, Matt, if that makes sense.
Who started at quarterback for the Dolphins in Week 18 last year?
It was not Tua.
Right.
It was Tyler Huntley?
Probably.
Snoop.
And then we won a game where I think Tua was out and Teddy Bridgewater got decapitated the first play of the game.
Sauce safety on Teddy Bridgewater, 2022. Which the Jets won 40-19 or something.
It was a bad safety call too. I didn't understand it.
Not a safety. Totally not a safety. But
they called intentional grounding as he got hit and threw the ball to nobody, but he threw the ball to nobody because he got hit when he threw.
Yeah, I don't even know if he was in the end zone. That was the game where Brees had that like long run to the 1 yard line on a pass from Zach Wilson.
Yep.
The Jets, I think Braxton Berrios had a touchdown on an end around in that game.
I think Buffalo Jet fans said that Tua is 7-0 against the Jets, and the Jets are, what was the other stat?
I saw this tweet also. The Jets are...
The Dolphins are 0-8 in cold weather
games. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, going to be 41 degrees, Mike. That's why we're definitely not going.
But yeah, I mean, if it was an important game.
Yeah.
And we're not like all we hate. Like, it's just a lot of effort. And
like, if we were, 3-9? If we're
5-7, we'd be there.
We're 5-7. We're at the game at 8 a.m.
Of course.
But that's not being a fair weather fan. It's being a realist of why would we go to that game.
I'm going to watch every second. Yeah, it's just cold.
I think Tua leads the NFL in interceptions, if I have that correct.
He does.
Like, maybe
14.
something gives on getting a pick in this game. And cold weather game, 41 degrees. I think the Jets it wouldn't shock you if they come out and not just win, but like have a confident win that it quiets down the people that want to tank because they're like, okay, that was a fucking cool win. Mike is blurry again. He's back.
That was insane. I didn't
do
anything. I'm just sitting here.
But isn't that the perfect time, like, to like really just step on a team? Like, Aaron Glenn hasn't had like a signature like you're gonna beat up on a team win, and a Miami team coming up north in a cold weather game with a team that's humming that can run the ball. Like, what if the Jets win 27-10? And
yeah,
it's very possible. And I don't see the Jets getting blown out. Can they lose the game? Definitely, they're 3-point dogs. I don't see this Jet team losing by 20 points to the Dolphins.
No, and it's interesting. I was thinking about this today while I wasn't thinking about doing my job. I was thinking about this. The Jets are playing normal football. There was a stretch of time where you made a hilarious point where the Jets played like 25 games in a row, and none of them were like a normal football game. In the beginning of the Saleh, end of Gase, the beginning of the Saleh era, I think it was 2020 to 2021, the Jets would either like get completely blown out or just like the weirdest shit would happen. The last few games for the Jets have been very normal football games where you're playing complementary football. The defense will can get a stop. The offense, if you sometimes need to score, they'll get the score. Special teams is playing well. Everything is kind of balanced. The games, there are many possessions in the games. And you have to figure I think that's kind of what good coaching is when your team is playing normal football games. And then if you substantiate that, again, I don't think that's the right word. I don't know what I'm talking about today, but if you supplement that, there we go, with good talent and a really good quarterback, you'll have a good system in place, and then you can start winning a lot of football games.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I feel really confident with Aaron Glenn era, and I feel like the Jets are moving in somewhat of the right direction.
Yeah, I agree. It's weird because I just have a sour taste because maybe it is Justin Fields being that bad. Like 2 games this year with Buffalo and I would say the Panthers game. Like you can't complete a pass, and you're just sitting there. Like, could this happen at Broncos game as well? Like, could this happen any week? And it's just the one denominator is your quarterback is afraid to throw the ball downfield. And look, not everything went right those games, but Panthers, what did you give up? Panthers, you give up 13 points, if I'm not mistaken.
And the Broncos game the same.
Broncos, you give up.
You lost 13-6 and 13-11.
So who knows? I like that there's momentum with this team. I like there's momentum with the young core. And I think it's a winnable game. Obviously, you're under a field goal underdog. They can win the game. Mike, when it comes to the emergence of an A.D. Mitchell 100-yard plus game, Mechie had a bad game, but 2 weeks before that looked good. You start now thinking about the 2026 NFL draft. And this isn't a draft preview. And I'll preface, you will not hear from us that we grind all 22 tape and that we know the 13th ranked guard in the draft class. Now, I watch a ton of college football. I have gambled way too much money on college football, but we know the players. I like to always have this debate from December to January of what position do you see? And then you can find out who best fits your team. And Mike, the Jets probably could go, 4 or 5 different positions in the first round, and it wouldn't stun me. So from where the roster stands today, say you pick 5th, which I think is very likely. I don't think the Jets are going to pick 8th or 9th, and 22nd. What positions are you targeting there for the Jets?
I'm going quarterback, wide receiver.
Okay.
Still, even with Baruch Atah Adonai Mitchell, I still think we're going to take a receiver early. You need another real guy. Not that Mitchell's not, or Mechie, and it's good that we're going to have 4 or 5 more games to really get a look at these guys. And it's good that Tyrod Taylor's playing, and this is what the Jets said when they benched Fields. They want to really give the offense a chance to showcase itself with more prototypical quarterback play. But I still go quarterback, receiver. But it's interesting, Matt, because the offense, we've been talking about it on this show. The offensive line, I'm so excited about. Olu and Membu are 2 lunatics, and I'm going to get both of their shirts very soon. Tippmann is a real player, probably not going to move back to center. I don't know. So the only real position that you probably need is either a guard or a center on the offensive line that you could potentially take. I don't know if they're going to do that in the first round after taking Membu and Olu the last 2 first rounds, and you took Tippmann in the second round right before that, plus you took AVT before that in the first round. But yeah, Matt, like there's not that many holes on the offense because you love Garrett Wilson. You got to figure Breece Hall is going to be there, or what's the point of not trading him? You could just tag him to just have money. We like Mason Taylor. Jeremy Ruckert's turned into an actual tight end too. We love the 3 for sure returning offensive linemen, and then you're going to draft a quarterback at some point. So there's not too many holes, Matt.
I completely agree. Well, it's going to be fascinating, though, and this is why I make the argument you don't need to tank and lose every game, because what if A.D. Mitchell and Mechie, one of them stands out, and you don't need to spend the second pick in the first round on a receiver? You can take one in day 2.
Sure.
That's why the last couple games matter. And if they go quarterback first pick, so maybe more comes out, we've talked about it, Simpson, Mendoza. I love the idea of pairing that guy and giving him a Jordan Tyson, Cardell Tate and they have Garrett Wilson, you have Brees Hall, and they talk about the offensive line that you brought up, and Mason Taylor. It just feels like you're put in an area to succeed, where otherwise, how many times have we brought in a young quarterback where you have Sam Darnold come in with the receiving core that he had and the weapons like Elijah McGuire is your number one running back? What is that? And then Zach Wilson comes in and it's like, oh, you have Corey Davis, cool, and then he just leaves the team. 2 years later, he doesn't even care.
He went AWOL.
I'm happy I'm happy for the quarterback they would plan it that way. But if you go quarterback, you probably don't have Tate or Tyson there at 22. And I put out the hypothetical today. You almost do the Texans model in a weird way, even though they went quarterback, edge rusher when they took Will Anderson and Stroud. They were like, no, we're gonna do this thing now. And they went up and they got Will Anderson. I don't think the Jets move up to 3 or 4.
Do you only do that if you love the quarterback, though? You know what I mean? I guess you're only going to take the quarterback if you love him. But that's like the overarching thing of this draft.
Yeah. No, I think the way that like if you have Tate and Wilson and you just build like Ohio State University and your entire team is just like do what the Eagles did with Georgia. I have a great trivia question for you that I don't think you can get is
let's go.
What college has the most current Jets on it? So I'll rephrase. What college are there the most alumni currently on the Jets?
Okay.
Think about it.
On the New York Jets right now, on the Jets roster?
Correct.
Miami.
No, it's a good guess. I believe there's 3 Miami players.
Tyler Barron, Moaga. Who's the other guy? Oh, Oh, what about Mizzou?
Not Missouri.
Fuck. Brady Cook and Membu.
Only pull it up.
Well, the Ohio State is Fields and Garrett.
Josh Myers too.
Josh Myers. So one of the teams has 4 Jets?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Let's take a look.
Is it a good school?
Not known for being like a top 10 football program. They've definitely been in the top 25 over the past decade. Good coach that people like a lot. So the answer would be Iowa State.
Oh, Brees.
And?
The Cyclones. Iowa State. Who else? What am I? I don't know.
Will McDonald.
Will McDick.
Alan Lazard.
Will McBurger King. I did not know that Alan Lazard went to Iowa State.
And your favorite kick returner?
Oh, Kene or Isaiah?
Kene
Nwagwu.
All 4 went to Iowa State.
Yeah.
So, fun fact. Okay. What else do we have? Okay, so then you go wide receiver, quarterback wide receiver.
I still would. Yep. I need to see a lot more out of AD Mitchell before I'm ready to give him the number 2 job next year, Matt.
Definitely. Yeah. But also, like, if you are the Aaron Glenn, what we believe to be like you have a great offensive line, run the fucking football a ton, do you need a premium pick on a number 2 wide receiver, or do you continue to run back Mechie? Like, that's an argument. Or
it depends. Young quarterback, though, I'm really trying to build out the skill positions. You can't also, Matt, like we can't have a situation like this year where Garrett Wilson gets hurt and you just have like nothing behind him. The Jets went into the year, Garrett Wilson missed a game, and you had Josh Reynolds and Isaiah Williams. Like, it's not normal football. Lazard is inactive. The Jets are re-signed Lazard, who Zach Rosenblatt put out a tweet of Lazard kicking a soccer ball today, which is just mean.
He had a big first down catch that was like a crazy juggle, like
ridiculous play.
Like he if he wants to kick around a soccer ball, let him.
He could do it this week. But then what about the defense, man? Like, the defense is weird. It's played well the last few weeks, or at least more. I don't know. They made stops. Like last week, they didn't play amazing against the Falcons. Bijan had 140 yards or whatever, and Kirk Cousins had to complete a lot of passes. But it feels like you're able to get some stops. There was some flow to the game where, and the Jets are playing some complimentary ball.
It's weird because if I had to pick today, I think the Jets go offense, defense flipped in round 1 in 2026. I think they might be comfortable with their wide receiving core. If you don't go wide receiver, I don't think, unless you get Sadiq, you don't go offense anywhere. And then in the first round, so you don't go receiver or crazy tight end prospect. You probably go defense. And then where do you look on defense? Because obviously
Right.
you can never have enough edge rushers, and you have Jermaine McDonald locked down next year, of course. Do you go interior defensive line when you swung on guys like Juwan Briggs and Harris Phillips, who had pretty fun years, honestly, all things
Mm-hmm.
considered? But do you go like Peter Woods from Clemson if he falls that low? Linebacker, maybe not the sexiest pick, given that Arvell Reese isn't going to be there with your second pick. He could potentially go top 3. Caleb Downs not going to be there. At safety, I feel like corner, they've thrown a few, Brand Stevens, you're 1. You have A.J. Thomas, 2. You like Jarvis Brownlee Jr. So, like, where do you go? Like, that's a weird thing I don't know. So maybe even you trade the pick, go down a bit, acquire more capital if you don't love a guy. It's very fun, though, to have multiple
Well,
first round picks.
we gotta think, Matt. What starters on defense right now are going to be starters in 2026? And
Jermaine
it's Jermaine and Will.
McDonald.
You have Sherwood under contract, so yes.
Definitely. I would
Briggs, you
argue
think,
Jarvis Brownlee Jr.
yeah.
That's
Stevens
4. Stevens 5.
and Jarvis Brownlee we're counting as a slot corner.
Yep. I don't
So
think
you
you can
can
pencil in A.D. Thomas. I don't think you can pencil in
no.
any of the defense tackles, even though they've been cool. Like, I'd love for Juwan Briggs to start. I don't think you can automatically say that. Quincy
Right.
probably gone. You're going to Malachi Moore and Tony Adams. You're going to lock in your
Malachi
safety.
Moore is probably going to be one of the starting safeties, which is fine. And just, you free up a hole that way, or you close up a hole that way. Just have him as one of the starting safeties. Tony Adams probably not. And then, so that's the difference. Like, the offense is more set than it seems. The defense is less set than it seems.
Yeah.
Where, like, you can really only guarantee maybe 5 guys are starting next year. And again, I'm sure, like we talked about Briggs and Harrison Phillips. Like, Briggs seems like a guy who would get the first crack at the starting spot, and he's been productive. So even if you call him one of the starters, like, you're going to need at least 1 or 2 more defensive tackles. You're going to need at least a couple linebackers.
You do need an offensive lineman, given the free agents that are pending.
Well, you need 2 offensive linemen, really, because
Yeah.
Josh Myers, Simpson, and AVT are all free agents. Although I would think the Jets are going to try to bring AVT back. Captain, obviously often injured, and you need a good backup plan, but you should be able to get him for cheap.
Can I rattle off some free agents for next year? Because
Yeah,
we're talking
curious.
draft. What happened?
I'm very curious who's out there.
What position do you want? Do you want to jump to one in particular?
Wide receiver.
All right. Mike Evans, not going to be a Jet.
You don't know that.
Not going to be a Jet.
I'll fucking clip that shit. Why not?
How would he be a Jet? Why would he?
He wants to play with Ty Simpson, dude. I don't know. He could be. I mean, he's a guy who could get cut. He'd be a nice compliment to a Garrett Wilson kind of thing. He probably wants to go play for more of a contender, but
that he's a forever Tampa Bay Buck, and if he doesn't become a Buck forever, he'll probably go to the Rams. He'll go to the fucking
got Devontae
Ravens.
The Ravens is a good spot.
So Christian Kirk.
All right.
Deebo Samuel.
All right.
Jacoby Myers.
Interesting.
The 5th highest paid wide receiver currently, who's going to be a free agent, is Alan Lazard.
That's right.
You have Tutu Atwell, Adam Thielen, who's going to retire. Juwan Jennings, I saw a lot of on social media.
That's interesting. Be a nice number 2.
Yeah, you got D Hop, Keenan Allen, Jahan.
It's just so weird. You're going to have to pay like one of these stupid wide receiver 2 kind of guys 10, 14 million bucks. Like, Slayton got 12 million a year this year. There was someone else who got like 3 for 36. That was a ridiculous contract. Obviously, Alan Lazard was 4 for 44, but that was 3 years ago. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe they should draft a receiver.
Yeah, and then I mean, look at safety if you want to bring in somebody. Kyle Duggar, Jimmy Ward, Andre Sisco, who's a Madden legend. Harrison Smith, just like random veteran guys there's a few guys in the top 10 over 32 years old. Linebacker, you got Bobby Wagner, Levante David, Demario Davis, all 3 of them over 35 years old.
Yeah. I hope the Jets bring back Quincy, honestly. I love Quincy, but there was a bad coverage stat last week. Because it was funny, man, like Someone posted Brandon Stevens and AZ Thomas stats last week, and it's like they let up a combined, I don't know, 3 catches, and it's like where are all these completions going? And then Sherwood and Quincy let up like whatever the number was, a lot of receptions against them. So
my dog shit take is I don't care at this point. I like having one guy on my defense who at any point can just decapitate a guy. Like just fully decapitate a guy. And
dude, I'm totally with you. I'm fully team Quincy. It's such a weird thing, Matt. The narrative around Quincy completely changed when the Jets whatever allegedly benched him this year, and then he had his best game of the season. Before that happened, he got hurt. We're like, what a disaster. This is our all-pro linebacker who's out. Then he comes back, and the Jets like, we're going to bench him. And now it's like, all right, he's expendable. Let's just cut him. I don't know about that.
you got to wonder if it was discipline or something happened that they wanted to sit him for a quarter and they took him out. You know, his brother's in trade talks. I don't know if he got traded at that point. Maybe he just had been traded.
Yeah. It was
I don't know.
It was the week that he got Quinnen got traded, yeah.
Maybe there's something more to it. Like Arian Smith was inactive for a disciplinary reason this week. Who knows? I just know one thing, Mike. I would love, like, there was a long period of time, even 2018 and 2021, where I didn't feel like the Jets defense was like big enough. Like the dudes weren't strong enough to just empower a different team and like impose their will. And it felt like it just didn't feel right during that era. And even in 2022 and 3, like they had a complete defense and a really strong staff on the defensive side for a long time being 2 years. But I want a vicious, like, take your head off defense. And I actually think you get that with a Quincy Williams. And
yeah,
I want teams to come to MetLife, and every time they get a ball over the middle, they're like, this maniac with green dreads is going to hit me so hard, my helmet's going to fly off. That is and if he gives up a 12-yard catch to a tight end every once in a while, I'll live with it. I want Quincy Williams on the team.
that's football, Matt. And the Jets have been much better from the eye test tackling the last few weeks. Like Brownlee's been good. AZ Thomas has made a couple nice tackles. Even Will McDonald made a couple nice tackles last week.
Yep.
So you want to see the rugged football. And then it's just the pass rush has to be better too. Like 2022, the Jets defense was so good. And it just felt like even if they weren't going to sack the quarterback, every play was under duress.
Oh, Quan Alexander murdering people, Mike? Is that what you're referring to?
Bryce Huff. You had Quinnen had an unbelievable year in 2022.
Couldn't throw to Michael Carter the second. Couldn't throw to him.
Couldn't throw to him. They created an award just for him and then didn't give him the All-Pro, the slot corner All-Pro award. We had Quentin Jefferson and, so everyone you brought in was just making pressure.
I don't know what Laurent Landry and Jeremiah Bell are up to, but sign them. Like, I want those dudes. I would, if it was up to me, let's build our perfect Jets defense. You would have Quan Alexander, Quincy Williams, Laurent Landry, Jeremiah Bell,
Calvin Pace.
Give me Calvin Pace.
David Harris, the hitman.
Give me Chris Jenkins up the middle.
Yeah, it's just the 2000 and like.
I want 11 maniacs where I don't care if their PFF rating is a 30. Like they can't give up points because everyone's afraid of them. Like I want that.
I'll always tweet the Harvey Lange Psychopath of the Year award because he was the original guy. There was one play when the Jets had Harvey Lange, who was a linebacker in like 2019, who sucked. And there was one play against the Patriots. I got to find the clip. It's so funny where he tries to sack Cam Newton, gets like thrown off of him, and then just runs down the field and tackles Cam Newton like 20 minutes later. And there was Frankie Louvu Mold, who turned into an All-Pro. Quincy Williams has won the award multiple times, the Harvey Lange Psychopath of the Year. So
I think I tweeted at the time, I was like, every time Harvey Lange steps in the field, he like snorted G Fuel, and he just wants to hit somebody.
Yeah,
how crazy is it? Yeah, go ahead.
No, I think those were the 4 guys. I think it was Lange, Louvu, Quincy Williams, and Quan who have won this ridiculous award.
Man, what a weird year. Like weird feeling optimistic after the 0-7 start.
0-7. No good.
And there's people at that point that wanted to be the worst team ever. So you take a flyer on a quarterback and pray they're good. Maybe I don't want to be the worst team ever, and you're not a bad fan for not wanting to be 0-17, which would be the worst team in NFL history. And I kept saying, and people called us dumb, being like, hey, they have like 5 one-score losses and they have 0 turnovers. They might have a kick or a punt returner fumble on the 1-yard line and gift you a touchdown. Like that's going to happen at some point, and then they do it in Atlanta.
and exactly because the Jets are playing relatively normal, clean football games. Even most of the season, when Fields was having trouble throwing and stuff like that, they weren't turning the ball over a lot. Fields threw one interception and had a
But also,
couple
like,
fumbles.
Sherwood dropped a pick. It was a tough play, but, like, that ball stays up in the air, like, half second longer. There is the Tony Adams sack. Like, how does Kirk Cousins hold on to that football?
Oh,
It's just weird. Like, even they got a turnover. They feel like they deserve 2 or 3, and they
well,
didn't get
there's
it.
even the ones in the first Dolphins game to bring up the Dolphins. Like the Dolphins running back fumbled and they kicked the ball right back to another Dolphins player. The ball just doesn't usually bounce the Jets' way for whatever reason. But I don't know. I'm excited about Sunday. I want to see the Jets' offensive line just dominate this football game, Matt.
You watching the game at home?
And I'll be watching in the city somewhere.
I talked to your dad the other day.
Talk to Eliyahu. We got to get him on the pod.
I was driving my dad home
Yeah.
from his hip surgery. He had to go back up to Connecticut on Wednesday.
Oh,
crazy. But wait, Wednesday? Yesterday? I don't. All the days are the same.
today is Friday, Matt.
Yeah, it was yesterday. So I talked to your dad. Your dad called while my dad was getting checked up by the doctor. Unbelievable phone call. Unbelievable phone call. He was saying how busy he was, and he's basically like, I have 23 hours and 45 minutes a day of doing nothing. And my dad was like, we should get a drink. And you would have thought that my dad was like, I got courtside seats to the Garden tonight. Your dad was like, drinks in Belmar down, and they were so happy. I'm like, Dad, you're on painkillers. Maybe you don't have like
Nice.
3. Like maybe we don't do that.
Yeah, that's my dad's favorite joke now is he's retired. So if you ask him if I'm like, oh, can you make this thing? He's like, I'm so busy. I can only do it from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. So
Unreal.
It's nice. Our dad's having a play date.
Our dads hang out more than we do.
Yeah.
Tough.
They live closer.
It's a fact.
They live like 7 minutes from each other. Well, that's the thing. We should go to one more game maybe this year.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go. Oh, there's only 2 more home games.
Patriot home game, right?
Yeah, but that's December 28th. That's a tough one. After Christmas.
5 games left is crazy. I feel like we still have like 9 left. It went by. It was weird because like I was looking at the schedule before. I'm like, we played the Ravens. That was like a week and a half ago, and my brain was like, what happened in that game?
I don't remember. Man, we have to have a normal start to the season next year. I can't. This was just. It's such a malaise. Like it's so fun. There's only been a few times over the past 15 years where it's like, oh my God, it's Sunday. This is such an important game. I cannot wait for this game. And it should be more. It's so sad.
The AFC flipped this year. You have the Patriots and Colts and Broncos and these teams that 2 years ago were nothing, and now they're there. I don't know. Like everything flipped, and it was supposed to be our time to flip. The Chiefs are out of it. Not out of it, but they're dying.
These teams aren't that scary, Matt. You know what? I'm not that scared of these teams anymore.
I don't know, man. We say every year, like, just don't be over, like the season don't be over in November, and we like would have signed like the Devils, whatever it's called.
Sign the devil?
Yeah, whatever, like the
on
deal
him?
with the devil.
Oh yeah.
We did it in 2022, and we were like, thank you for letting us have a meaningful game in December, and then we lost 6 straight.
It was, but it was still fun. I wish we would just lose 6 straight at the end of the year to knock us out. I wish that was what was happening. I wish we were 4-8. I wish we were 5-7.
I can't even say like, oh, next year's. Yeah, you just got to pray for also, Jets like tougher schedule next year. Maybe we don't have to open up with like 3 of the best teams on our schedule with a rookie quarterback. But
yeah, why can't we just next year we play the Titans week 1?
It's almost like the NFL wants us to get to like 20-year drought, and knowing how big it'll be when we break it. Like they're like, let's give them a couple more years. We'll schedule like Eagles, Chiefs, even though they both have been spiraling. Whatever. We play the NFC East next year.
I think 1 more year.
We played them in 2023, I think.
2023 we played the NFC East. That was the horrible Giants game where there was the record for punts in a game. I don't know if that's. I keep saying that, by the way. I don't know if that's true, but I think that game set the NFL record for punts.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, And then we had the Cowboys game that year, right after the crazy Bills ending week 1, and Zach Wilson threw the long touchdown to Garrett Wilson, and that was about it. The Eagles game that year, the Jets beat the Eagles that year, and then they must have lost to the Commanders. Oh, they lost that weird game at the end of the year to the Commanders. Or no, did they beat the Commanders, the Jets, that year?
What year?
In 2023 with Trevor Siemian.
We did.
We won that like 30-28.
Last second field goal.
Yeah.
NFL record punts in a game. 30? Most by a single player was 16. There was 31 punts in the Packers-Bears game in 1933.
All right, that doesn't count.
And then the record high punt game.
The New York Giants.
New York Giants had 13 punts in a game against the Jets in October 2023.
There you go.
Most since 2003, though.
The most punts in a game? I think that game that you're going to talk about is the Steelers Dolphins, where it was 3-0 game in the wetness.
I don't know.
I got to find that. The Steelers won't beat the Dolphins 3-0 one year. 2003 Steelers. Let's see. God, I love Football Reference. It's unbelievable. It's just like an encyclopedia at your fingertips. I guess an encyclopedia is also. No, I'm thinking of the wrong game. But the Steelers did lose to the Jets 6-0 in 2003. That is the famous, very snowy game. That might be that game. That's the game where Curtis Martin had some cool runs. Let's see how many times they punted. Where is this shit? Punting. No, not even close. There's 12 combined punts in this game. Curtis Martin, 30 carries, 174 yards.
Oh, my God.
It's awesome. You know who quarterbacked the Jets that day?
In what year?
2003?
Not Pennington.
Yeah, it was Pennington. It was a trick question.
Fuck. I thought it was like Brooks Bollinger.
I know, yeah.
All right, buddy. It was fun. We'll talk Sunday, maybe Monday, hopefully Sunday.
I'm around Sunday. Yeah, I'm gonna just probably be watching the game, relaxing here, and then what the fuck is this? Shit, that was my computer. Did you hear that?
No.
Oh my god, it's making a crazy noise. It was like an ad on Football Reference. I thought you were playing some like outro.
Do you want to play us off with an outro, Mike?
I don't think I can.
Did you hear the new cover? Like I don't have TikTok, but my wife plays this TikTok sound.
What is it?
It's a Billy Joel Piano Man mixed with Fleetwood Mac.
Is it good?
Let me know if you can hear it. You hear it?
I do. Keep going. Oh.
We're gonna get like arrested for playing music.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, still in the Navy. And probably will be for life. Oh. Pretty good. They were supposed to play in concert together this summer, but then Billy got sick.
That'd be great.
They were. They had.
I would go. All right. Maybe that's our new outro song before we get arrested for copyright infringement.
Yeah, no one's going to arrest us. No one listens to this part of the podcast. You cut the end of our last podcast because I said horrible things, which were very funny.
If you made this far, there is a director's cut of the last episode. And like, there is clear reasons why we could not leave that in. And nobody makes it that far anyway. If you made this far, DM me. I'll tell you what Mike said.
Not even the people that listen to our podcast are going to listen to this far. You think that like your employer, first of all, if my employer heard it, I would probably get promoted.
You get a raise.
Your employer is never going to, I don't even, who's listening to this podcast?
But it wasn't even that. It was our reaction because it was so stunning of what you said. And I the thing is, I thought in my mind what you said. And I was like, I'm not going to say that. That's awful. And then you said it with like a shit-eating grin on your face, and I started dying laughing. And it's sad. It wasn't good. I
denounced what happened.
Yes. But don't make me cut it again. I'm going to end it. Don't make me cut it again.
I didn't said nothing that was wrong.
Yeah.
I said whatever happened should not have happened.
Yeah.
People shouldn't do it.
Correct.
Yeah. And I stand by it.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Have a good night.
All right.